Hey there, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody watching this from. And this is going to be a simple talk on, or a small talk on pursuits. Now, I know that there are a lot of pursuits that we can take in life. There are a lot of different career paths and different paths and, lifestyles that we can pursue altogether in terms of how it aligns with our perspectives, our values, and what we stand for, and so on. And I feel like there's nothing wrong, and I know that there's nothing wrong with that. It's best to most of the time follow your gut as well as having a thought process on the drawbacks and benefits of each pursuit that you embark on, just so that you know what you're in stake for, or what you're going to be facing in the future or in the upcoming days or weeks or months or years that you are going to be embarking on that specific pursuit. And it's sorry, it can be really daunting and really nerve-wracking sometimes when you're starting from scratch and you don't know what really you want to do, and you don't know what it is that is going to be worth it for you, especially when it comes to something that you'll be dedicating your life to, or a long period of time to, and a long period of effort. So I would suggest to think wisely. And the one advice that I would give when it comes to choosing a pursuit is just to go with your gut, like I mentioned, because sometimes we can think very practically, but if it's not something that that really aligns with what we want to do in life, that really aligns with how we think or how we feel or what our goal and aim is in life, not just in terms of career and monetary or financially, but in terms of being developed and growing as a person and as a professional in what we like to do, because in turn your perspectives and your identity itself will be tested in terms of any career path or any things that you embark on. It tests whether you stay true to those values, true to those perspectives, and true to those ideals that you have within you, and true to yourself, of course. So that's the thing. That's what I've thought, like, embarking on different pursuits, different fields, different industries, and I've always come to think that, or have that mindset of, is this really me? Is this really what I want to do? Am I acting the way that I usually do, or am I, a different person? Is the person that I'm becoming while I'm in this industry or while I'm in this field of work someone that I like, or is it someone that is really alienated to me, or that feels really off and feels really, you know, unlike me in a negative way? I found that mostly prominent in the jobs that I've been in the past. I found myself getting frustrated. I found myself getting rageful. I found myself lashing out and being so immature and stuff. So I tend to think about it a lot. And what I come to find out is that that thing, though it provides me with money, it's not something that I feel like I can continue for a long time, because I believe that even as the money comes in, as the days goes on, the more frustrated I'll be, and the more angry I'll be, and it just begs to ask the question for me: what am I doing with my life? Something like that. So I know that there's a limited amount of opportunities in life. I mean, we all are given different opportunities and different paths to go on, and those paths leads to different struggles and opportunities that may be provided to us. So we don't always have the same playing field. We don't always have the same strategy. Some may be easier than others. Some may be filled with more opportunities for their growth in their specific field than others, and some may need to sacrifice those dreams, those fields of choice to survive, and so on. So it's not about being picky, but it's rather about just finding fields where you can adapt to, where you can endure, where you can grow from. That's the goal of that. That's the goal of any pursuit, to help you grow and to help you develop as a human being. But if it's depreciating you and if it's tearing you down and if it's breaking your mental state and causing you to act in ways that, you know, in turn degrade your growth as a human being, then by all means, it's good for you to leave because it doesn't serve you anymore other than financially. And, at the end of the day, it's like if you're not growing to become the person that you are, if nothing good is happening instead of money, then you can ask yourself, what is it that I'm struggling for this money for? What is it that that I'm busting my butt for every single day, even though it's very frustrating, it's very daunting because, you know, it's just all about the money, it's just all about surviving and paying bills. And in turn you're gonna ask yourself, what am I surviving for? What is this all for? That's why, that's why when picking up pursuit is very, you know, very important to think about it, think it through, do not rush it. Just like all worthwhile things, it's best not to rush it. It's best to take your time to think about it through, to calculate every risk, every benefit, and if it can be aligned to your lifestyle or to your phase of life that you're in right now. If it's something that you can pursue and afford to, sacrifice some things to make room for that. All in all, it's just all about asking yourself and, meditating on what you actually want out of life. You know, even in terms of the practical sense, there are certain jobs that align with your hobbies, with your passions, with your interests. So instead of, instead of, um, you know, sacrificing it all together and just being practical to earn money, I would suggest a tip that I wish I would have taken to get me somewhere where I would be more comfortable with, or to get more jobs that align with what I like to do, is to, after you finish high school or finish college in a sense, or even if you finish college and you're stuck with a degree that you don't really like or that you didn't really plan on pursuing, or it's not in your niche or not in your industry, what I would suggest is that when you're in that point in time of, like, searching for jobs and gaining experience, I would suggest to gain experience in the field that you want to grow in, that you want to develop in, that you're passionate about, you would be willing to spend 2, 3 plus years, 4 plus years, for as long as you're working in that specific industry. That is something that I failed to do. I mean, I wanted to become a writer, or in a practical sense, a journalist, or so on. So, in terms of a degree, I already took the business degree, and journalism is quite expensive, so I didn't take that. And what my mistake was that jumping into the career path, I just took a bunch of random jobs trying to get experience here and there, but realizing I basically messed up my own CV, and now that my job background is just filled with customer service, sales, and so on. That's the only jobs that I'll get, and it's not really jobs that I'm comfortable with taking. Because it doesn't really add anything to the industry that I want to grow in. So yeah, that's my tip. Just when you want to really pursue something, if it's a dream and if you can afford it, and if you can sacrifice for it, go for it. But if you're thinking of the practical sense, there are industries and fields that you can enter in a practical job which gives you a salary and so on, and you can work on what you like to do, and it can be a practical career choice as well. You know. Sorry about that. And yeah, I mean, and if you do get the opportunity to get in a field that you want, or get a job that that you're passionate about, that you like to do, and or an industry where you can do that, it's best to build a strong foundation after you've done specific internships. Of course, you're going to start with internships. So after you've done an internship on the field that you're passionate about, that you like, then Go for other trainings, other training sessions, other training opportunities with companies and so on and industries. Just getting a feel of how it is and how the workspace is, work environment, and so on. And then after that, you eventually build up a portfolio or a background in that specific field, which will get you the opportunities that you are looking for. But yeah, all in all, it's just about carefully planning it and being practical and strategizing on achieving the career path or the pursuit that you want to take in life. And I do believe that if you do plan and if you chase it and if you go for it with full force and do the proper work, lay down the proper foundations and the proper skills, you're going to get the opportunities. But the one main thing is to stay true to what you want to do and to find alternative ways in which you can get into that industry. It's not about sacrificing it completely, it's just about building a foundation and trying to gain the right type of experience in the right environments. But anyways, that's my take on it, guys. Hope you took something away from this, and yeah, hope you have a great day. Bye.